Good evening, one and all. Here is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. That is my call sign. My name is Mac, Mike Alpha Charlie, and we're situated here in Hamilton on the West Mountain. And we're approaching 8 p.m. on Friday evening, March the 6th. And ready to cover the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew with your host, VA3LBI. Please stand by.
Good evening, all, and welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Has a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. My first name is Larry, and I'm located on the East Hamilton Mountain. Tonight, the East Foggy Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net. To join the conversation, please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, your equipment, and what you'd like to add to the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry VE3IQL for the uses of a repeater. Please remember using a repeater has good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. Last but not least, please let the repeater drop in between our conversations so that others can get in. I get check-ins for Friday Night ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, VE3LBI. I'll break the ice, VE3IUK.
VA3IMW.
Well, I got two so far, IUK and IMW. How's the repeater acting tonight? Bring it back for a minute, Bill. Seems to be okay here so far. VA3NCA. Okay, and I got Wade now, VA3NCA. I'll drop you in the list here. Any other check-ins? Friday Night ZOE Ragchew. Come on in. I got IUK, IMW, NCA. Anybody else? Come on in. VE3LBI.
Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November.
Anybody else checking in? Friday Night ZOE Ragchew. Come on in. VE3LBI.
Victor Echo 3 Sierra Mike November.
I got you, Matt. Okay. Anybody else? You at home, Matt?
Yep, at home. Got the crossbander going. Sorry, I didn't know if you caught me the first time because I wasn't sure if this was working.
Yep, no problem. Got you in the list. All right. Anybody else checking in? Come on in. VE3LBI.
VA3WPG.
All right, we got to start here. Mac, thanks for putting this on YouTube Live. Please hit the like button and subscribe, please. Look up VA3IMW and look for the live button. Again, that's on YouTube. All right, Bill, you're up. VA3IUK, VE3LBI.
Yep, good evening, Larry. Good evening to everyone on net. Not too much to report here today, not too much radio busy with other stuff. I think I got 3 new parks today, so was a slow day for that. Did get on the radio about 5 o'clock, then the noise kicked in, and now it's gone. So I don't know, maybe we'll see what might be hanging around on 40 meters later, I should say. Total parks worked now, hunted now, 2,272. So we're well on our way to 2,500. If I think of anything else later, Larry, I'll chime in later. Back to you.
Well, congratulations, Bill, on the numbers there. They're coming up pretty good for you. So it gets a little tougher when you get a little higher. Let's put it that way. The parks are far and far between.
Yeah, I'm already seeing a lot of repeats, but I'm still seeing enough new stuff. I'm hoping that now that the better weather is here, we'll be able to get out and do POTA. I noticed I still need either Hawaii or Alaska to get that award, and I think I still need Newfoundland and Alberta for work all provinces. So hopefully good weather, get out and do some POTA.
Sounds good, Bill. All right, no problem. Mac, VA3IMW, VE3LBI. How was your drive? A little icy this morning. How was it? And I'm not sure if you had any fog up your way. We've had fog here probably most of the day, and really now, I was went outside a few minutes ago with the wife, and it's really foggy.
Yep, QSL. Good evening, Larry, and all on net. I see a few Star Trek references on the chat. Also recognizing Droner Wayne and Guy checked in on YouTube, so adding to the log. Yeah, this morning was perilous, at least on the side streets until I got up to Stone Church Road. The ABS had to do some work in order to keep things from going too far sideways. So there was that, but once we got onto the well-traveled roadways, everything seemed to be fine. And going up to Guelph, I was being a little bit more careful than usual, but no indication of remaining black ice to be concerned about. On the way home, yes, by the time I checked the map systems to verify that there wasn't any travesties along the way, there was already several posts of visibility issues coming down number 6 highway. So the further we got down the road closer to Hamilton, the worse it was. And it was like living in the cloud. People were being very careful. Let me say overcautious. Visibility at ground level wasn't all that bad. But I'll tell you, the one thing that really did stand out is most people don't realize that they have to actually take control of their headlight systems during the foggy weather. It may be bright enough that your not so smart automatic lights don't sense enough to turn the lights on so that your tail lights come on. So yes, it's a quick reminder to everybody. If you're in dismal conditions, you manually reach over and make sure that you adjust your headlights from the auto settings to the full-time on, and make sure everybody can see you. Other than that, looking forward to a nice day tomorrow. I think we're looking for somewhere between 14, maybe 15 degrees. They are saying that we're supposed to see some intermittent rain anyways, but you know how that is. They're always telling us the bad news, and it usually doesn't turn out quite as horrible as what they forecast. Other than that, what else? Oh yes, let me drop for a sec. That's probably a good practice for me to let the repeater rest for a second or two. Anyways, at 7 p.m., I'll tell you the SDR screen really lit up on 20, 15, and 10 meters, and the international contests are away to the races. And I think because it's international, I gotta say that people seem to be behaving a little bit better than usual. So I made some easy contacts with Venezuela, Costa Rica, Caraco, a few others. Not that I'm really interested in the contest side, but it's nice to add those countries to my QRZ log. So yeah, a little bit of fun for everybody involved. Anyways, I'll let you go ahead and pick up the rest of the guys and maybe some girls, and maybe we'll see if anybody else has had any DX success in the last couple hours. Back to you, Larry.
Yep. Okay, very good, Mac. Yes, I'm just looking at the temperature again. I'm looking at it in Fahrenheit. It's supposed to increase through the night, the temperature-wise, and I got it right here. I'm looking at it at 5 a.m. It's supposed to be like 50 degrees outside, so it's going to be a strange night. And again, obviously with some rain. I'm not sure the temperature tomorrow. I think a high. I thought I felt around 61. There it is, 61 degrees. We'll probably get a little warmer than that, but it's quite a change from what we've gone through. So it's going to be enjoyable.
Even if you have to mow the grass.
Got to clean the snow off first. My wife's out there cleaning snow. She's digging all the snow piles. She must be sick of it. She's digging all the snow piles down and spreading it out. So she must be sick of it.
Well, I think everybody's so done with winter that if they could go out with a blowtorch and make it all go away, they'd probably do it.
You're probably right, Mac. All right, thank you. Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI. How things going with you, Wade?
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. Pretty good. Happy that it's Friday. Yeah, it's always nice to have a weekend, come up. So other than that, not any radio today for me, but gonna try and knock off a couple of radio-related projects off my list at least. But we'll see. Had a project get put to my plate when the shower in the downstairs bathroom started to drip. So I suspect that's probably new cartridge, or maybe I can get away with what are those things, the springs and the seats, changing them out. But anyways, I have to pull that apart. So the non-fun projects get on the list before the fun projects start to come off. But maybe I'll get to more than one of them. But other than that, not much else. I know this weekend, it's actually an hour shorter than most, so remember to set your clocks ahead, which means we lose an hour. Here this weekend, I guess that happens over Sunday night, Sunday morning. So by the time we wake up Sunday, we'll have mysteriously lost an hour somewhere. I hear BC is going to do this for the last time this round, so who knows? Maybe that'll catch on. Not much else for this round, but I am going to be here for the duration there. Larry, back to you. VA3NCA.
Yep, thanks, Wade. Yeah, I actually had it written down here about the time change on Sunday for 2 a.m. It would be sure nice if they would knock it off. Yes, and I did read the article about the BC. They are stopping. I don't know why Ontario has to wait for Quebec and New York. I have, for the life of me, cannot figure that out. I don't know why we're waiting. We should just go ahead and do it. I mean, I don't know. Like I say. Anyways, it'd be nice to get rid of it. Everybody gets, like they say, it's actually known more car accidents, more heart attacks, more stress on people just because of that time change. So it would be really nice to get rid of it.
Yeah, I agree. We don't. Well, some people may benefit from more light during the daytime hours. That was much more useful back when you had to be out there to tend fields, which some people still do, obviously, but I think the population has shifted a little. Plus, other ways of dealing with it have shifted a little. So I think it's time to reconsider. So anyhow, that's that. I did try and set up some speakers here. One of the projects I did actually get to a little earlier today that I'm just reminding myself because it's in pieces on the side desk here. I'm trying to set up some better speakers on my office / ham shack PC. And this set of speakers I have has something wrong with the the amplifier in it has this very annoying, very loud whine. So I tried to fix it. Didn't have much luck, but what I did have was a module, like a little audio amplifier module that I thought might be compatible. But unfortunately, when I turn it on, it gets really, really, really hot. So I think this is a dud, and I think it's shorted somewhere. So maybe 2 strikes. So, anyways, that's one of the projects I guess I did get to. But there you go. Back to you, Larry.
How was your off-site thing you had to go to with through work? How did that work turn out? The off-site one.
It was what it was. It's kind of the thing you do when you're in the management group there occasionally. The people are great, so there's that. But some of the activities, you do it, but not my not my cup of tea generally. We did end the day with arts and crafts, making little cards out of glitter and stuff like that. And I could have found a better thing to do. But I understand the idea behind some of these things, and I appreciate that enough. But the food was good. I was at we were at the old mill there in Ancaster, so it was a nice venue. In fact, the original room at the old mill that we were scheduled in was the 1812 room, which was where my wedding reception was way back in 1998. And at the last minute, they moved us to a bigger room to accommodate us upstairs in the governor's room. But nonetheless, it was close by. So that was a little bit interesting. So it was good. All in all, it was good.
Well, I guess some of that's kind of a relaxing time, and just to get away from the office and the atmosphere and get out to do something different. So that's good. Sounds like you have a bit of fun.
Oh yeah, there are certainly worse ways to spend your time. There are better ways as well, but there are also worse ways. So I can't really complain too much. A lot of the stuff that we were doing there was important stuff for figuring out how we're applying strategy and stuff like that. So that was really useful. And the only way to really focus on that sometimes is occasionally to get away from the office, like you say. Nobody was finding us out there, so we could really focus on stuff. So all that was good. That venue is a nice place. So I don't mind having the opportunity to go there for activities. Yep, I used to have to go sometimes to the management meetings, and what I do is I get somebody to call me about, good 15 minutes into it, say, I gotta go, we got a problem. Sorry, I can't stay. That's a big brain strategy. I should have timed it for right before they brought out the glitter glue. There you go. At least you didn't sit there and eat it. That's true. Actually, I might have been ushered out if I started eating the glue. Maybe that's another strategy. All right. Anything else before I pass it down? No, that's it for this round for me, but I am going to be here, so let's see who else is out there. VA3IMW back to net control. Okay, thanks. All right, before I pick up Matt, any other check-ins? Friday Night ZOE Ragchew. I see Chuck's online there, so I'll see if he's going to check in with us. VA3CP. VA3CJZ. Hello, Larry. VE3LBI, VA3NFL. Quick in and out. Okay, Al, thanks for joining tonight, and hope you enjoy your supper. Is it foggy your way, Al? Oh, yeah, it's been that way all day. Yeah, hopefully it'll clear up for tomorrow. We're supposed to get a little, it's supposed to warm up through the night, and we can't get rid of it, so it's been pretty foggy here all day. It's actually getting worse right now, so. All right, have a good dinner there, Al. Thanks for joining in tonight. All right, Larry. Have a good evening. Everybody else on that. VA3NFL going in for my 8 o'clock dinner, but I'm a little bit late. All right, no problem, Al. Thanks, Al. All right, next up, Matt. VE3SMN. Come on in, Matt.
Hope this works. Good evening, Larry. Good evening, everyone on net. And hope everyone stayed upright today when they're heading out to their cars. My son wiped out on the front step, and he's okay though. Mac, I gotta say, you nailed it with your comment about headlights. Driving home today, which is nothing new, but driving home today, this foggy weather around 6 o'clock when it's starting to get dark, I counted 23 people in my 9-kilometer commute, driving most of them with their headlights off, some of them with no lights at all, not even daytime running lights, and the odd one with the high beams on. And I gave everyone a little courtesy flash to say, hey, it's your headlights, and I'm not kidding, not a single one of them responded. Go figure.
I actually left here today, and Mac was right, because mine are on automatic too. And it's been so long since I've actually driven either in the dark or when I've needed headlights on, I forgot how to turn them on. In the sense of past the actual the off and on by the I guess daylight or whatever, dark time, it's automatic ones. And I've eventually figured it out, but it was so long since I've actually used it that I was just, like I said, I was really strange, but I did figure it out, like I say. And I did note that a lot of people did not have their headlights on. And I guess they had an accident up here in the mountain somewhere where a fire truck actually went through a stop sign and hit a couple of cars early this morning. So apparently nobody was injured that badly. But again, probably foggy and a little bit of ice didn't help.
Yeah, for sure. You throw the ice in with the mix, and that makes it for an interesting drive sometimes. Most cars have automatic headlights. That is fantastic. But not a single one of them out there can detect fog and automatically turn the headlights on. A lot of them are programmed so that when you turn on your windshield wipers, whether they're on full, low, high, or intermittent, if they're on and they're wiping, it will turn the headlights on, which is really great, but the fog doesn't trigger them.
No, absolutely. Just hang on 1 second there, Matt. A couple of people in there. Let's say had a Guy. We got Knowles in there tonight also. Let me see here. VA3IMW. We got Markins in there. He's just on YouTube tonight. And we also got Ez in there. VE3LBI. Said he's heading towards Toronto and listening. So say a couple of those. Hello to those people. Come on back in there, Matt. I was going to finish off there.
On. Nothing really else for the net tonight. I'll be here for the duration and working away at home, but I'm glad to be able to participate. I'm glad my crossbander's working well enough so that I can get the kitchen cleaned and the dishes done and the laundry going and still keep in touch. Back to you, Larry VE3LBI. I'll be here listening along and enjoying the net.
Okay, thanks, Matt. All right, up next, Chris, VA3WPG, VE3LBI. How's the radio working tonight, Chris? Did we lose Chris in there? VA3WPG, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chris.
Anybody, VA3WPG, not much going around here, just basting and out checking.
How's the radio working tonight, Chris? You said we were having a little problems or whatever. How's things better tonight for you?
I don't think it was problems, I just think it was garbage signals yesterday with the wind throwing antennas around and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, it probably was. Could have been something to do with that, too. So I think we had a bit of rain and stuff. Doesn't help either.
Well, I was on high power last night, and I guess I got walked on from Grassy, Ontario, and then tonight I'm on low power, and I guess it's working. I don't know how I'm sounding, but it's working.
Yep, the repeater seems to be working fine today, so I don't think there's too much wind out there right now. I'm not sure if that's causing it. Something seems to be, and it seems to be when it is windy. We have a little bit of problem with the repeater. So, Okay, Chris, anything else?
Well, it was simplex yesterday, and Mac was hitting me between S3 and S9, and Bill just down the street wasn't even full strength. Bill was just like S9 to me. So something weird happening yesterday, but that was with both the X30 and the beam. So weird. Yeah, wind. Other than that, no, that's it for me for tonight. Everyone have a good one. VA3WPG.
Okay, thanks, Chris, for joining in tonight. Up next, VA3CP, VE3LBI. Hi, Dave, come on in. Hi, Larry, VE3LBI, VA3CP. All right, totally agree. I think that when you turn on your wipers, I think that the headlights should be activated at the same time. I see just a few cars that have got that now. I don't know what one Matt's driving there that turns them on. But that's a good thing. And also, I wish they would change the highway traffic acts. Like if you can't see a certain distance in front of you, you must have the headlights on. I turn mine on all the time. I'd rather be seen than not seen. And Tuesday, I went out and did a 3-part row for Parks on the Air. I managed to get Rig Rock Tract, Conservation Area, Headley Forest, and Takanya Conservation Area near Cuga. So got all 3. 43 contacts and 60 minutes of on-air time combined for all 3 parks. I was pretty happy with that. 5 watts, CW, and I even worked England. Thank you, Larry. Okay, no, very good. I'm glad you got out and get an active activated a couple or 3 parks, so that's good. Of course, like you said, you did it CW, so even more interesting. Well, it's a bit more of a challenge than it is on sideband, I'll say. Although with 5 watts, I think the sideband will be more challenging. But yeah, I started off doing a little bit of hunting on that, the first park and the second park, and I found that wasn't too productive. So a little hard to break the pile-ups when you're trying to do a park-to-park. So I just gave up on that. I think I got 4 park-to-parks. One that was a 2-park. I just let it go with that. And the third park, I just went straight on the air. I was on the air for 23 minutes there and 20 contacts. I thought that was pretty good on CW. Oh, excellent. I think you said you got one from England also? Yeah, the first park, Rig Rock Tract, I got England. Mike 4, Echo, Echo, Echo. Sounds good. I listened to a guy in Kentucky yesterday. I was talking to him. Yes, I think it was yesterday. Chad. I can't remember his call sign offhand. I worked him. Actually, sorry, it wasn't yesterday. It was Wednesday. He was doing a bit of a roll. And a guy called him from Germany. And he was on 20 meters. And the guy was just as crystal clear. You could hear him. The guy in Germany, just perfect. I heard that as well, Larry. Yeah, well, this guy in England to me was 579. He was S7 on the meter on the radio, and I've got the IPO turned on, so it had the preamp off, so to say. He runs around 50, 60 watts into it on a pickup truck, and he says everybody tells him where he's got the ham stick stuck. It doesn't work as efficient as where he should have it. He says, I don't know what they're telling you, Chad. You're always like 5.9 plus back up in here. Oh, well, anyway. Carry on with the net, Larry, VA3CP. Yep, okay. Very good. All right, Chuck, VA3CJZ, VE3LBI. What do you got for contest tonight, Chuck?
VA3CJZ. Good evening, Larry, and all on net. Yes, it's the big one. It's the CQ Worldwide DX contest there, and you can expect pretty much all the bands to be quite busy, Larry. So yeah, this is one of the biggest contests they have for sideband. Yeah, but That started at 7 o'clock. And of course, usually the first couple hours is just nuts. And so if I'm up a little bit later, I think I might get some contacts. I've been busy most of the day, Larry. Last night before going to bed, I did a system reset on my laptop. And then today I spent a good portion of the day getting all my other software that I had reinstalled. I'm getting there. Then on top of that, I finally finished the new Bell TV service install that was giving us a hard time since last Friday.
So you finally got all your equipment back up and running.
Yeah, and what was really stressing my wife out is that we couldn't finalize the setup because our TV screen kept going black for 2-3 seconds, then it would come back to the color screen, then it would go black. And so I thought I had checked everything. Then I went into the television settings themselves, and under picture, I guess something had changed. We never changed it, but I changed one of the settings, and then it stopped flashing black. Oh my gosh. And then we were finally able to finish setting up after rebooting this and rebooting that. We're back in business now.
Well, that's good. It only took you a week to get everything straightened away. I hate switching new, well, it doesn't have to be a new company, but switching the equipment that you get from the company. Like I said, I actually talked to a couple of people, was surprised, $150. Yeah, I can do it for you for $150. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, had we not had that glitching with the television, it would have been easy peasy. I've done it before. Actually, when we had the other gigabyte Bell modem delivered, the guy just handed me the box and turned around and see ya. Yeah, so I did the install, and for me, it's easy, right? But when you have an unexpected glitch, you start working your way backwards through all the steps that you can, and this was one of the last steps that I could go through, and I'm so glad I got it right.
Well, she'll be happy now that she got her TV working. So I know the wife, her TV broke, I guess, last year or whatever. And she had decided that, well, obviously she likes to watch TV. We had to get a new one. And the newer one being a newer model, the clarity is unbelievable in the TV compared to the one I have downstairs. It's like, this thing almost looks like it's almost 3D. It jumps out at you. The clarity is so much better.
Yeah. Well, I've got a 4K Samsung in the living room. Not that big. 3 feet, or I think 36, 39 inches, somewhere around there. And it works for us. And let me tell you, with this new Bell package, it automatically detects what format it's in, and if it's a 4K movie, it'll automatically go to that resolution. So, oh yeah, crystal clear and crisp picture. I love it.
Well, I would never have noticed the difference. Like I say, the one I have downstairs is an older model, been around for a while, and she actually had the same model upstairs, 1 year newer than mine, and hers burned out. But mind you, again, she'd watch this TV, not through the day, but in the evenings. She'll put it on around usually about 5, and it'll stay on now until probably about 11:30, and that's it. So but like I say, she's not a TV watcher daytime. It's more a couple of game shows, catch the news at 6, and a couple of whatever she watches from there until I think she picks up the news at 11 again until 11:30. But anyways, it's a newer TV, like I say, and the clarity is unreal. Especially if you get into a scenic area where you got waterfalls and trees and stuff like that. It kind of jumps out at you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you noticed, but I see Edward is heading home from Toronto and listening. Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango. Hello there, Edward. Drive safe. and watch out for cars without their lights on. I was listening there to that, so absolutely agree. I think that's about it for me there, Larry. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, no problem. Very good. Tell you a quick little story. I had some fun today, actually. Went to the grocery store, obviously, to get some groceries. There was a fella. We're going to the same spot for the checking out with the lady there. And he was about 2 steps in front of me. And I said to him, he says, yeah, sure, cut me off. Jokingly, right? Just kidding. And he looked at me. He's like, I says, all right, that's it. Put him up. So we're kidding around back and forth. He says, just for that, he says, I'm going to write a check. I says, yeah, they're going to need 5 pieces of ID. And he says, and I left them all in the car, too. I says, when you get back here, you'll find out your driver's license is expired. Anyways, just a bit of fun we had back and forth today at the grocery store between this fella. Nobody I knew. It was just kind of one of those spontaneous things, and him and I were just kidding around a bit. So it was kind of a lot of fun today.
Oh, that's nice. Some good, clean fun. Which you just reminded me, I have to renew my license this year, so thanks for that. Okay, back to you.
You can actually go online, Chuck, and put it in. They will remind you your license, because normally with your license you have to do your OHIP card too. But they'll actually, you can fill out a form in there, and they'll send you an email for renewing it, so you don't forget. Just one thing. Anybody can do it, actually.
Oh, where do I go? Service Ontario?
Yes, sir. Go to Service Ontario, fill out the form. You'll need your driver's license number. You need your OHIP number. So if you're going to do it, and then they'll send you an email. I don't know, maybe 3 months before. I don't know what tells you there, but they'll actually fire you an email off saying it's time to renew your license. So you don't have to worry about forgetting about it. The one you got to watch, everybody has to watch, is renewing of your ownership for the vehicle. Because we don't have to get those little stickers anymore, and people forget to renew their ownerships. And if you get pulled over, you haven't got the ownership renewed with the new sticker on it from the service center, you get a ticket.
Yeah, and they're not cheap.
No, but anyways, yes, anybody can do that. Just go to Service Ontario, and you can fill out the form, and they'll actually send you an email for renewal stuff. Only for the license, I think, and OHIP. I don't think they say anything about your ownership on a vehicle.
Oh, okay, very good then.
All right, yes, and I did pick up Ed, by the way, too, Chuck. I got him in there. Any other check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign is Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. My name is Larry, located east Hamilton Mountains. Come on in.
VA3LBI.
Good evening, Al.
Hey, good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. I was sitting there listening along, and I fell asleep, and I woke up, and here we are.
Okay, very good. Hang on 1 second, Al. Was there somebody else checking in there? I'm with Al there. Come on in. VE3LBI.
VE3, is that JC?
All right, let's pick up Al there. How's things up at how's things in Barrie?
Moving along, going at a quick pace here. It was a rough week, though, man. Was it Wednesday? Wednesday there, went into work, and man, I don't even know how I made it into work. And then the project manager showed up. We had a 10:30 meeting. Came in, and I looked at him, and I said, listen, you're going to play super today. I'm going back to the condo. I'm going to sleep the rest of the afternoon. And that's exactly what I did.
So I take it you're trying to get rid of that cold, right?
Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on with these colds these days, man. It's like it was weird. I just had a fever. It was just, I don't know. It was weird. Still lingering around though. But yeah, hopefully I'm just trying to shake it off. But now I got this first aid course tomorrow I got to go to, and that's an all-day thing. It's a refresher course. So if I miss this, it ends up being a full 2-day course. So yeah, I got to go to it.
Oh yeah, that sounds like fun. weekend off and spend a day at a course. I hope they got all kinds of good food for you.
Yeah, oh no, they do cover all that. It's just, I really don't want to be there, but like I said, if I miss it, it ends up, if you miss the first day course, it ends up being a full course, which is a 2-day course, and it's 2 full days. I don't want to go through that.
Nope, not at your time and not at your expense.
No, exactly. So I'm just going to go and get it over with. Am I happy that it's on the weekend that I'm off? Because, I'm up there all week? No, but suck it up and do it.
I hear you. Okay. Anything else, Al?
No, we'll be sitting here listening along. VA3BT.
And nodding off.
Well, let's welcome in a gentleman we haven't heard from for quite a while. Victor Echo 3, Zulu, Juliet, Charlie. How you doing, Jason?
Hey, good evening, Larry, and everybody else on net. I am doing okay. Had the net on here in the background as I was finishing up some stuff, and actually I have a few minutes, and I thought I would come in and say hi to you and everybody else.
Well, I'm very glad you did, Jason. A little bit noisy. Repeater is not quite as good as it was. As you know, it's no longer standing as high as it was, but you are coming in through it. It's really good to hear your voice.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm still close enough to it that I should hit it from the house, no matter how low the antenna is. I know Steve, their NFG, is pretty close to the repeater, and if he comes in full scale to me from his house or the edge of the rock, I should be able to hit the repeater, no problem.
Yep, you're doing fine. So everything good with you? Any patient lately, or how things going?
Well, things are going. The state stuff, most of that is finally out of the way. The only thing left there is taxes. Thank God for that. And just work is insane. And the wife and I will be putting a for sale sign out front of the house at some point this year. I've had my fair share of city life, and we are actively looking to move out of Hamilton into a rural setting with less neighbors, less noise, less people, less fire trucks and police and ambulance rolling up and down Main Street and King Street all hours of the evening. Just doing my head in, and we need a change. At some point, I'll be packing up this place and moving away. I don't know how far, probably still in the general vicinity, somewhere between St. Catharines up through Cambridge type of area, just not in a city proper.
We did that for 10 years. I think it was. We had my mom living with us. Fortunately, we were in a elevated ranch, so the basement was above ground, and obviously the main floor was above ground. But she lived with us for, I think it was around 5 or 6 years, and we stayed there a couple of years after, and we sold. Wife wanted to get back closer to her family, which happens to be in Hamilton, on Hamilton Mountain here. Well, actually, one brother lives downtown. The other ones live up in the mountains, so she wanted to get back closer to them. So we sold and moved it back into Hamilton, but it was very nice out there, very quiet. Lots of game, and I say that, deer, and we had coyotes and pheasants. It was really a nice environment.
Yeah, those absolutely sound like the kind of neighbors that I'm looking for. The wildlife kind, not the city dwellers. Yeah, we've got no family that's tying us to the city here, and I'm not moving too far away. I know my brother wants to move out to the area, and so does my mom. But for me, I'm done with the city life. So hopefully, I'll stay at least within earshot of the repeater. I know I've been away for several months. I have been trying to find the time to make it back to get on at least a couple of the nets. I think the last one I checked in was Bill was running it like a month ago, life is a little crazy these days.
Nope, can understand, Jason. Like I said, I'm sure everybody's glad to hear from you. So, and I'm glad you showed up tonight. It's nice to hear your voice. Anything else, Jason?
No, that'll about do it for me, sir. And it's probably just going to be the one and done. I got some emails I still got to respond to for work stuff because that never ends. I may be around. You can give me a shout out if I'm not otherwise engaged. I'll get back. Otherwise, 7-3 to you and everybody else. And thanks for doing it, Larry. VE3LBI, back to that.
Okay, Jason, thanks a lot for checking in. All right, we got any other check-ins for Friday Night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. My first name is Larry, East Hamilton Mountain. Come on in. Oh, Bill, VE3UK, that fellow, I had his call sign written down. It was Kilo Romeo 4, Hotel Romeo Charlie. That was the guy, Chad. He was the one that got talked to Germany, Bill.
Yeah, and if I remember right, he was just using a ham stick, I think. But he was like 5'9" plus here. It was incredible.
Yeah, he was using a ham stick down in Kentucky. And he was running about 50 or 60 watts, that's all. So I caught him on Wednesday. He was doing a rove. I think he did 13 parks, but some of those were doubled. I don't think he had a threefer, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But yesterday he was in there, and I just decided to work him again, even though he wasn't in the same park. I just had memory of the call sign, and I had the opportunity to talk to him, and he was running a ham stick on a pickup truck with, he said, about 50 or 60 watts out of the radio. And of course, that's not 100%, all the time, because obviously it's sideband. So, but anyways, it was quite interesting. But he was down in Kentucky, so really good signal from him.
Yeah, he was almost 10 over 9 here. Yeah, and he was hearing me really well. So yeah, and I heard the guy who was working in Germany. That was incredible. So conditions are a little better. Just a quick comment while I've got the mic. I noticed now that we're getting into the spring weather, we're getting more people on 40 meters. So good chance to work parks there as well. So glad to see that the warmer weather is sort of waking up 40 meters as well.
I went to 40 meters today. I found it very noisy. I actually was on 20 today for a bit, and I also found it rather noisy. I had some funny noise here. I think it's probably due with the weather.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was on 40 meters just before the net, and very, very noisy. Back to you, Larry.
I'm not sure what Mac's doing, but the screen is jumping all over the place. So. Anyways, okay. Let me see what else did I have here. The only thing I left. Oh, Mac. Also, playing there for a minute. Going to talk any more about the spring outing there for everybody to get together.
Yeah, we can do. I was just demonstrating how busy medium bands are. Obviously, 15 meters is alive and kicking with all the contesters. So if you want to get out there and give these guys a few points, the international ARL contest is on, and everybody is alive and busy there. Anyways, yes. So April 17th or 18th, that is the weekend that we're looking at for the next. I'm sorry about the camera. The next group activation for Parks on the Air, and that weekend corresponds with, rather than the equinox, it corresponds with the Support Your Parks weekend. So you get 2 for 1. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So far, the top contender for park location is Valens Conservation Area. And at this point in time, the favorable date for activating is the 17th. Still looking for some further feedback, maybe suggestions for alternate park locations, and your particular preference, whether we do the park activation on Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, it's a little bit later than what we would have normally scheduled. So hopefully, Mother Nature will smile upon us with some warm sunshine, and even then, if the weather is really bad and rainy and all the rest of that stuff, I'm sure that we can take over a pavilion, which you normally have to book ahead of time if you want to have preferred access to it. But we don't want to spend any money because we're cheap. Of course, all ham radio operators are cheap. Um, so that's where we stand right now. We've got a front runner park, which is Valens Conservation Area. Nice place to go. It should be RF friendly and it should be quiet. And obviously, it's a big enough space so that if we do run into some AC noise or things that interfere with us, we can definitely move around and find a spot that we can exclude that troublesome distortion from. So that's where we're at right now. Larry, back to you.
Okay, I have a question. You guys talked about these passes that you got because you actually went out and picked up your conservation pass. Does this pass, is one day, is it limited to a person, a single person, or how many people does it actually allow into the park under that 1 day pass that you got?
So those vouchers are good for a vehicle, which could contain 6 people. So yeah, that's fairly decent, right? You can load up the car. I'm sure they're not going to look in the trunk. Hi.
Yeah, that was the old trunk trick, yeah, right.
Yep. So I know I've got one. I think Chris has 2, and if I'm not mistaken, Dave also has 1, maybe 2 kicking around. So there are the extra passes, and obviously there is a, what do you call it? There is one of those park and ride um, parking lots down at the bottom of number 6 highway. So if people wanted to congregate and ride share going into the park, then we'd be able to make sure that everybody that was coming in would have a voucher for their entry into the park. And if you're going to ride with Edward, just make sure that you make arrangements a day or 2 in advance, so that when he gets caught in traffic, he still shows up on time.
Oh, we can have a sleepover.
Well, that is the thing, right? Valens does do camping.
No, I mean with Ed, trying to get there, have a little sleepover in the way.
Okay, and what happens in the van stays in the van.
There you go. I gotta say one thing though too. I know he's not on here tonight, but VE3LBI is just killing it. John has been going crazy. I don't know how many parks he's done. He does at least 1 or 2 a day, if not 3. And he's been out almost every day going around doing parks. So I wish he would join us sometime.
I'm sure he will. I think he got an ultimate boost in confidence working us from various locations. And I had kind of a good heart-to-heart with him, and just basically, what everybody told me, just go out and do it. Don't be worried about failing, because there is no such thing as failing, because there's always going to be people around in the Hamilton area that's going to make sure that you get enough contacts to put an ace on the park. So once he had a couple under his belt, he was away to the races. He's the new POTA monster.
I don't know if I got a second to bring up the actual POTA site there. I'm just curiosity now to see how many actual parks he's done. Just so I can pop it up real quick here. he's done 52 parks so far. And I don't even know how long he's been active. I don't think that long, but he's actually done 52 parks. He's done 76 activations with 1,646 QSOs. So, way to go, John. All right, getting close to wrap-up time here. Anybody else got anything else to throw on the table before we do a 7-3 round?
VE3I UK, a quick one.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I brought this up on the net the other night, and Dave here is listening, VA3CP. I watched a video, I think it was V9 Charlie Foxtrot, and he was talking about, I can't remember the exact title on the video now, but he said, have you heard hams using 72 instead of 73? Well, to make a long story short, apparently the QRP operators out there, instead of saying 73, they use 72. And apparently he heard an operator do it. Now, I haven't ran into that myself. I'm wondering if anybody else has.
Use it all the time, Bill, the VA3CP.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Dave.
And 44 if you're running flora and fauna.
Correct. So what's the significance of 72?
QRP 73.
So 72 is if you're QRP?
Yeah, it's like one down from QRO.
Okay. Haven't heard that one.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay, anybody else got anything to add before we do a 7-3 round? I guess not. Bill, you're up. VE3I UK, VE3LBI. 7-3 round, Bill.
Yeah, 7-3, everybody. I don't think we'll be trying Porter tomorrow, but maybe I might get out on Sunday. It's supposed to be a nice day, but tomorrow I don't think so. I'll probably get out there and it'll start to rain. So anyway, thanks a lot for doing it, Mary, and I'll be here for a little while after if anybody wants to chat.
Thanks, Bill. VA3IMW, VE3LBI. 7-3 round, Mac.
All right, thanks for doing this one, Larry. 72.9 to everybody and 44.
VA3NCA, VE3LBI. 7-3 round, Wade.
VA3LBI, VA3NCA. I hope I'm still making the repeater. I turned down my power to give my 72s. And yeah, if you follow along, Thomas, can't remember his prefix, but he has SWL as his call. He's a YouTuber who is part of the Ham Radio Workbench podcast, folks. He does a lot of low power CW, and he uses 72 quite a bit. Anyways, it's always fun to have these little quirky things for the different sub areas of the hobby. 72, 73, 44 to all, and thanks for doing it, Larry. VE3LBI, VA3NCA.
Okay, thanks, Wade. VE3SMN, Matt, just doing a 7-3 round. VE3LBI.
Thanks, Larry. Back on the home base station now, and 7-3 to everyone on net. Thanks for a good one. Again, I was happy to be here tonight and be home for a change and be able to enjoy it. And also to rant a little bit about people that don't use their headlights properly, and I'm glad I'm not the only one noticing. 7-3, everyone. Have a great night. Thanks, Larry.
Okay, thanks, Matt. VA3WPG, VE3LBI. 7-3 round, Chris.
VA3WPG, a few numbers floating around tonight. Pick your favorite ones, as long as it's not 88. Have a good one, everyone. Catch you next time. VA3WPG.
VA3CP, VE3LBI. Doing 7-3 round, Dave.
Okay, 73 all, and I'll see if I can get out somewhere on the Support Your Cards Parks weekend. I'm hoping to get out somewhere. VA3CP. Cheers.
Okay, Chuck, VA3, CJZ, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 round, Chuck.
Yeah, very good, Larry. Thanks for doing it, and everyone have a great weekend. VA3 CJZ.
Okay, and a Well, VA3BT, VA3BT, VE3LBI, 73 Roundel.
Yep, good net there, Larry. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there. 7-3, everyone. VA3BT.
Okay, very good. Jason, if you're still with us, ZJC, VE3LBI, just doing a 7-3 round, Jason.
Yep, still here, Larry. Thanks for doing the net. 7-3 to you and everybody else on net. VE3 is at JC.
Okay, folks, don't forget time change Sunday at 2 a.m. I'm sure it'll be announced tomorrow night too. Max, thanks for doing it live on YouTube. Okay, YouTube people, VA3FMB, Wayne, we got Wayne, and we had Guy was in there, VA3MHV, Mark was in there, and VE3VYT was in there, Ed, and I think that's all I had. So, and we're talking about balance. I thought we were talking about Christie before, but I guess balance come out of it, so I didn't realize that. But it sounds good to me. Let me drop it.
And Noel.
Oh, yep, you're right. Sorry, I missed Noel. I had him down there. I skipped over him. Yep. Sorry about that, Noel. I got you in the list. I just missed your name there when I went over the list. Okay. Once again, thanks folks for everybody joining in tonight. You guys make the net with the conversation. I just write down the call signs and the names. And I'd like to thank Terry, VE3QL, for the use as that repeater. And with that, I'll return the repeater back to normal use. VE3LBI clear.
That was a perfect mess. That was a double and triple, and nobody won. Maybe start with Bill.
I was just going to say, the next time it's foggy out and I'm behind the wheel, I'll make sure that I use my headlights in the proper manner.
That's very... Yes. Thank you. Who's next?
I just said Christy was being reserved for when the leaves are on the trees and the grass is nice and green. It's going to be nice.
Yes, sirree. And not only can we throw wires in the trees, we can throw frisbees around. maybe a kite end-fed wire. That's got you thinking now, doesn't it, Chris?
I'll stick with the bags. I could use some more practice on those.
Old bags, or you got new bags?
Same ones, 8 ounce and a 12 ounce.
Yeah, but Christie Conservation Area and old bags, it's kind of a joke thing.
Carry your bags through it, no, just let her walk.
All right, I better bring the live stream to a close before we get too far off course. 7-3s, guys. That's how we say goodbye.